New York Congressman Mike Lawler joins me now. Congressman, Harris wouldn't say whether Netanyahu is a good ally. Will Israel have our full support if it were a Harris presidency?
Well, it's clear she doesn't view him as an ally, given the fact that when he came to address a joint session of Congress, she boycotted his speech and chose not to attend it at a time when we needed to show our ally full support. I think it's clear throughout this conflict that the administration has been weak-kneed. They have been kowtowing to the extreme radicals within their party, the pro-Hamas wing of their party, that continues to parrot Hamas talking points, and it doesn't seem to recognize, frankly, that Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and Iran are a great threat not only to Israel, but to the United States and our interest. And I think it is clear that Vice President Harris is very weak when it comes to standing up to our adversaries and supporting our allies, because the correct answer in last night's interview would have been simply to say, yes, Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Israeli people and its government are our ally, period.
At the top of this hour, I editorialized and said, look, if you want lasting peace in the Mideast, you've got to destroy Hamas, you've got to destroy Hezbollah, and you've got to beat Iran. Is that the way to lasting peace? Am I going too far?
No question. Look, we all want peace, and we want a peaceful Middle East, but the only way for that to occur is for Arab-majority nations to recognize Israel's right to exist. And for those clamoring for a ceasefire, there's a very simple way for that to occur on this one-year anniversary of the October 7th terrorist attack. Hamas should surrender immediately and release all of the hostages. Then we can have peace, we can have a ceasefire, and begin talks about a two-state solution. But until Arab-majority countries recognize Israel's right to exist, we're not going to get there.
I want to talk to you about former governor of New York State, that would be Andrew Cuomo. He's reportedly considering a run for the mayor of New York City. Why is he the front-running candidate here?
I don't know that he's the front-running candidate, but obviously, having served as a three-term governor before he disgraced himself and left office with his blood money book deal that resulted in the death of 15,000 seniors in nursing homes, coupled with, obviously, the sexual harassment claims made against him by multiple women. He has nothing else to do. He's got nothing better to do with his life. And so he wants to get back into politics and government. And he's hoping to capitalize on Eric Adams' misfortunes here. But the reality is that if there were a special election, it would be a nonpartisan special election, which means nobody would be running with the party support. So you'd have multiple candidates in the race, including, I'm sure, Republicans who would have an opportunity, especially in a split Democratic field. So, look, there's a long ways to go before Andrew Cuomo can make a comeback. But I just find it comical, given how he came down to Washington just a few weeks ago and perjured himself, saying that he had no knowledge of the cover-up of nursing home deaths. And then meanwhile, you have emails showing quite the opposite, that he was directly involved in the cover-up.
Congressman Mike Lawler, thanks for being with us today. An important day, and we appreciate you being here. Thank you, sir.